What's cracking, everybody? XehrFelrose here, bringing you some Pokemon Go Battle League content. And in today's video, we're taking a look at two newly buffed Pokemon in the Season of Timeless Travels. That's going to be Whiscash getting the SCALD. Not only does it get SCALD, but SCALD itself was buffed. It's a 50% chance now to lower the opponent's attack, as well as getting a slight power bump up. And Vigoroth recently getting Rock Slide, now one of the best safe swap Pokemon in most Great League formats. Taking a look at this team with a Shadow Dragonair lead, as I've seen so many people running Talonflame, Lanturn cores. I just felt like they needed to be put in their place because holy crap, that is an obnoxiously RPS core. So let's check out these battles because this is some good stuff. Let's get into the games here as we see Dragonair on the lead versus a Gligar. Not exactly a horrible lead, but not exactly my favorite one either. I do have Aqua Tail for coverage into the Gligar. The opponent does let me get there as they look to farm up to the dig. What I'm looking to do here is take the shield or do some damage. The opponent lets it go. I immediately come in with Vigoroth to eat the energy, as I would, I would rather eat the energy on my Vigoroth than on my Shadow Dragonair. The opponent then comes in with an Azumarill. Minding my timing as much as I can, I go for Body Slam into the Vigoroth. Some fun facts here. If the opponent gives you, I think it's 5, if they give you 4 or 5 counter advantage and they come in with an Azumarill, you can win the 2 shields with Vigoroth, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it's I heard it from a reliable source. I just don't know the number of counters. But Vigoroth is a very, very huge threat now, as it's got very nice coverage, being able to hit things with counter and Rock Slide for almost perfect coverage in some regard, one way or another. The opponent is now forced to shield. I could get to another Body Slam here, and they're going to go for the farm down. I'm going to either get both shields, or I'm going to take out the Azumarill here, which would be ideal. The opponent's Gligar has no energy. They come in with a Skarmory, and while Dragonair's not great here, we're going to put Whiscash to work, as we talked about in the previous video with Skarmory. The opponent's Steel Wing damage going to do resisted into the Whiscash. So this is a good matchup for it, as we now have SCALD to hit the Skarmory. Opponent going for a charge move here. I figure Whiscash has the bulk, and I'm going to say it right here. I think that Whiscash is now a better Swampert, and I said it. So I'm going to go for the Mud Bomb bait here, as I kind of have to. The opponent does take about 7 or 8. I think it's 7 for the, or it's 8 for the first, 7 for the second. Sky attack here. Going to go for the SCALD now after getting that shield with the Mud Bomb. As the opponent went for the Brave Bird, their defense dropped, and now I should be able to swap in here, go for the farm down with Dragonair, and that's going to be a good game. Well played. Dragonair is just one really good core breaker when trainers are focusing on things like water, grass, electric, fire. A lot of the times they don't, maybe they don't think about Dragonair. And I've seen there's some teams in here, as well as in the Retro Cup team, that we're coming out with. And if y'all have not had a chance to check out my Patreon Discord, there is a Retro Cup team that we've gotten in there that we tried, and it just slaps. It completely slaps. So, you know, also, lots of great goodies in there, great community, great people. So yeah, check it out. Link in the description, pinned comment. We got Vigoroth now slapping the Dugong. The opponent looking to have to shield the Dugong. I'm looking to go for the CMP here. I'm forcing a shield, hopefully, maybe getting a farm down, if anything. But the opponent just says, nah, I'm going to save 2 shields, let go of the Dugong. So we're going to see what they've got in the back now as well. As the opponent comes back in with the Charizard, they're going to have to throw a move in order to not take a shield. So at this point, I'm happy to get the shield now because I know they're going to. They didn't throw. I come in with my Dragonair now, looking to hopefully get a combo playoff, as the opponent does go for another wing attack, looking to try and get the farm down, almost get the farm down myself, as they go for one more fast move in order to throw this Dragon Claw to force the shield off of mine. And now they've got a Swampert in the back, and here is where we're chilling. Now, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure Body Slam's probably the one that does more damage, but honestly, I don't think it really matters in this case, because Whiscash can come in, go for a Mud Bomb, and clean up here. Let me know in the comments, because I have to commit this to my memory now if I'm going to keep playing Dragonair. If Aqua Tail or Body Slam does more damage. I know the same energy, but I can't remember which one has. I think one of them does more damage. But anyway, I'm going for the double Mud Bomb here just to be on the safe side, as that way I can just throw a move at the Charizard. They won't get to the Dragon Claw when they come back in. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they didn't have enough energy for it. But I'm not taking any chances. Throw the Mud Bomb right away, take out the Charizard, and that's a good game. Well played. Getting into our next battle here, we're going to have the Dragonair on the lead versus the Lanturn. This is exactly why I'm running this Dragonair Whiscash core, because I am so tired of Lanturn. That thing, I tried Talonflame and Skarmory in day 1. Talonflame did not work out for me. Why? Because so many people are running Lanturn and things that just destroy it. So I did not have a good time with that. But I did pick up Dragonair and had a really good day overall with this team. Gonna go into my Vigoroth here as pretty much the rest of my team just dunks on Lanturn. So I'm gonna look to see if I can draw something out. Look to find a way to get an advantage of some sort here. Opponent comes in with their own Vigoroth, and unfortunately, because I'm down so much HP, I can just throw my Body Slams now and hopefully get one shield off the opponent. But a Vigoroth with a lot of energy is very dangerous, so I'm gonna go for the Body Slam here. I'm sure Rock Slide probably does more damage if you only get to one, but I'm just doing what I think of right now. So gonna come in with my Dragonair, look to try and get a farm down here, maybe one shield farm down if I can get it, and see if the opponent can get to another. But they throw the Rock Slide, meaning they maybe only get to one move regardless, which is fine with me, as they now have to show me their final Pokemon, which is a Talonflame. And as I was saying, the Lanturn Talonflame core is out there, people are playing it, and now I'm going to come in with my Whiscash as a Scald would almost one-shot this Talonflame. Opponent going for a charge move. I'm going to shield up what could be a Brave Bird. I'm not taking that chance, because if they do decide to go for the Flame Charge, then that's fine, but we're still going to be able to outpace. But the Lanturn comes back in. I don't know how much energy they have. I'm not taking a chance. Goodbye, Lanturn. Hello, Talonflame. Goodbye, Talonflame, as I'm going to overfarm by as much as I can. Trying to be safe about it. I probably could have gone for one more Mud Shot, but I'm not taking the chances there. Taking the Scald. Taking Talonflame to town. And that's a good game. Well played. Dragonair on the lead versus a Whiscash lead. We've seen Mr. Cash Money here before. Oh my god, I forgot to say Cash Money in the intro. How do I do this to myself? I had it lined up. I'm like, it's Cash Money, baby. Well, anyway, you get to hear it in the middle of the video, so whatever. Looking to swap out into the Vigoroth here in order to take the energy off of this Whiscash. Opponent now brings in a Talonflame, and even though, dude, alright, Incinerate damage got buffed. Okay, that hurts. Those Incinerates are hitting me like power-up punches and bubble beams and stuff, dude. Like, those things hurt. Opponent not shielding that move either allows me to get it close to farm down range. And I come with my Dragonair, and I'm going to have to explain this mechanic, because I know there's a lot of people who are going to be like, why didn't you get the charge move off? Okay. One-turn moves. As you guys hear me talking about new mechanic and turns and all that, right? So, on that turn that Dragonair comes in, the Dragon Breath also happened on the same turn. Talonflame also trying to throw its move on the same turn. Most of the time, inconsistently, the damage from a fast move takes priority over the charge move. So, new mechanic is when, as we call it, if you've heard of it, new mechanic is when the charge move takes priority over the fast move damage. So, the way that the game is supposed to function is the charge move is supposed to take priority, but the fast move registers afterwards. But because it's inconsistent, the game is what it is, state of the game. Because of old mechanic, as we'll call it, I'm able to get the one-turn Dragon Breath down, and the opponent's energy is completely neutralized, which probably frustrated the hell out of them, because it would do to me as well. However, because of the way that one-turn moves work, it is what it is. And then they have a Chandelure in the back, and I commend this trainer for running some of the most extreme spice that I have seen in the entirety so far, but that's a good game, I'm sorry. They played it well. They played it well. And here we have another Talonflame. Dragonair is just chilling in the lead, and at this point, if they don't swap out, I almost have to expect they've got a water type like Lanturn in the back. Gonna go for the Aqua Tail, just pull the first shield here, and yeah, man, these are the game mechanics. If y'all talk to me on stream, y'all know how much I hate the game mechanics almost all the time. I'm constantly getting dicked by one-turn moves, or one-turn lag, the moves not working the way. It's just all kinds of stuff, dude. I wish they would fix it. Nothing we could do about it except hope. But, man, it's frustrating. And I completely agree with that player if they got pissed off about that, because I would have been too. Looking to catch a Shadow Ball in my Vigoroth, though. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it. Opponent's going to go for a charge move here. They do throw the Seed Bomb, so it was not a wicked catch on my part. But it's better to be able to save all that energy on my Dragonair here rather than have to deal with it going down. Opponent comes in with a Swampert, and we're chilling. Drink some water. It's good for you. And I'm especially drinking water because I have a busy week this week. And so I'm going to end up having to record a bunch of videos on Sunday night. So forgive me if you notice a lot of similarities between the shirts that I wear today, tomorrow, and yesterday, as I have to record them all in one sitting. So I'm going to be parched. I'm going to be parched all week. This is National Felrose Hydration Week. Make sure you do it. Now, this is why SCALD is amazing. Watch this. SCALD, clean it. Gone. Buy Swampert. Take it out. Dude, SCALD is so good now. Good game. I truly do think that Whiscash is now a better Swampert. It gets to both coverages even faster than Swampert does. It gets to Scald reasonably quick. It gets to Mud Bomb even quicker. It gets to Mud Bomb at the same time that Hydro Cannon is taken. So obviously it's a pick your coverage thing, but Scald, you get to Scald fast enough and it does enough damage that it doesn't matter. So my opponent's got a Charge Bug here. We both swapped out immediately, I think, and they get the Charge Bug out. They just decide not to shield the Rock Slide. This now allows me to be able to get to this Body Slam because I was managing my energy and throwing in the middle of charge moves. I throw on the CMP. The opponent does decide to shield to get their charge move off. I will take the L here on my Vigoroth and come in and farm down with my Dragonair before they can get to another move. And then we're going to see what they've got in the back as the opponent now comes back in with the Quagsire that they led with. And so I'm wondering maybe if they don't really have an answer, and I'm not sure why they would have swapped into Charge Bug right away. Then they throw an Aqua Tail, and I'm now carefully trying to keep track of how much energy they have. We throw at the same time here, and I'm pretty confident at this point that they've got Aqua Tail and Stone Edge or something, or something. I don't know. But if you're the Quagsire player in this situation, at least build up past. And there's another Talonflame, right? They're all over the place. Everybody's trying Talonflame. I tried it. I got smoked. But like, if you're going to play the Quagsire, at least make sure you're building up to the Mud Bomb or building up to the Stone Edge or the Earthquake, whatever move it is you want to threaten with, because the best thing that you can do is at least try, right? And then the opponent is going to get farmed down here. This is a good game. Dragonair just doing what Dragonair does best. And I would absolutely recommend building a Dragonair. Shadow Dragonair and dragons in general are really good in this meta currently, as Metacham is almost nowhere to be seen. And a full list of all the other things that I highly recommend building for all leagues and all, even some limited metas, as well as a full list of all the Pokemon and teams that I'm expecting to be good to start off this season as we get into the schedule. That's also available in the Discord. I know I mentioned it already, but I'm bringing it back up because I'm really bad at a formal shilling segment. Oops. So, yeah, you can just get it as it comes. Opponent comes in with Toxapex here. They have a Lanturn in the lead. They have a Toxapex in the back. My Whiscash is just sitting back there. Yes, please feed me, Daddy. Give me the poison. Give it to me. Give me the Lanturn too. And his little dog too. So I'm just trying to pump out as much damage as I can with this Vigoroth. It's by far done its job already. We got rid of the Dubwool. Now the opponent has two Pokemon that are obscenely weak to Whiscash. I'm just going to let Cash Dad Money come out and do his thing. And we're going to build up a bunch of energy. There it is. Build up a bunch of energy here and have Mud Bombs ready to fly. Get a Mud Bomb off when we build up a lot of energy. I'm going to go for 2. I probably could have built up a little bit more energy, but I'm like, it's fine. I'll just kind of go for it here. Let the opponent's Lanturn figure out the rest, as the opponent will basically have to throw at least 5 charge moves here. Like, they have there is unfortunately no hope for them, as I have a lot of ways to win this game. Whiscash just dominates both of the Pokemon that they had left, and this is going to be something you'll need to keep in mind if you're playing Lanturn. You have got to play things in the back if you're leading Lanturn that beat these Mud Boys. Because they're going to be everywhere now. Anyway, it's a good game. Opponent did decide they were going to concede there. Getting into the next game, we got another good lead in Superior. I'm telling you, Dragonair is picking up all the good leads the entire time I was playing it in both this cup and the Retro Cup. It was just dominating so many teams all on its own. But I need to stay in here and keep the Superior very far away from my Whiscash opponent. I remember this game. My opponent safe swaps into Ferrothorn. And I'm thinking to myself, trainer, you do know that Talonflame got buffed, right? Like, what do we do? What are we doing against Talonflame? Even Skarmory destroys, like... So, I'm not really sure I understand the makeup of this team. If the trainer wanted to reach out and tell me, I would like to discuss it. Try and maybe explain, maybe hear their side of it. But, in any case, I probably should go for Switch here, and I don't. At this point, I fear that maybe there's like something like a, truthfully, I don't know. They have to have something in the back that beats Lanturn, or not Lanturn. They have plenty of things that beat Lanturn. In fact, I respect this team because it destroys Lanturn's face in the front and in the back. But They have to have something on this team that beats things like Talonflame and, you know, I would like to think dragons too, but the opponent now reveals that they have an Alolan Marowak in the back. I show that I have my Whiscash. This is a pretty dominant one-sided matchup. I'm just going to go for the Scald because I imagine that might even one-shot the opponent's Marowak. So we're just going to go for it here, and then the opponent has closed the app. So I'm not really sure how this... Look at how much damage that does. It's insane. Scald does so much damage now. It was like a 5 damage buff, but it feels like it hits so much harder. Defense Deoxys. Not a good lead for this team. We're going to have to stay in with the Dragonair. One-turn moves do rip through Deoxys pretty quickly, as it has a high defense but a low HP pool. So those one-turn moves tend to hit much quicker. The opponent gets a very quick... Oh my goodness. I thought that was a Lickitung, I'm going to be honest. That's why I brought in my Vigoroth so quickly. I very quickly regretted that decision, as I should have thrown a move into with the Dragonair, into the double. Sorry, there we go. Should have thrown a move into the double before swapping out and then came in with the Vigoroth. I realized that mistake very quickly. Opponent going to go for a body slam here. I'm really hoping that I do. I'm pretty sure I live it, but also live the double kick afterwards to get this body slam off. But unfortunately, I get old mechanic. Opponent takes me out here. But Dragonair should be able to come in and farm down. And typically speaking, Deoxys has a bad time against most Mud Boys, so I'm hoping that maybe that situation will be okay. We're seeing what the opponent comes in with. They've got their Deoxys to come back in. My Dragonair has 2 moves loaded, so hopefully I might even be able to get 2 shields, if not one of them, at least. So I'm going to go for the next move here, Body Slam coming out, and then I'm going to swap into my Whiscash immediately in order to try and catch the Psycho Boost, and they throw right away. So we're able to catch that energy, and then it's all going to come down to what they've got in the back. And if I lose, I lose, but what they've got in the back is a Poliwrath. And this Poliwrath has Icy Wind. And this is now, they're just going to shield the first Mud Bomb because they know they'll get to the Icy Wind. And I personally, at this point, I know I've lost, right? Like, if they had something in the back that was reasonably, you know, beatable, like maybe they had Skarmory, or maybe they had, you know, I don't know. You could take any guess at what's good in the league, you know, good for me to see back there. That was not it. Maybe like a Alolan Sand Slash or something, right? Like at this point, what I'm hoping to do is wait out the switch timer with all these charge moves, come in with the Dragonair, but the opponent was looking to counter down the counter down the Whiscash and throw the move into the Dragonair. So because I knew that was their plan, I was kind of screwed anyway. So good game, well played to them. They did that very well. And we're getting into the final game here. Don't turn off your camera, or don't turn off your phone just yet, folks. This is a banger. We got the Charge Bug on the lead. Opponent stays in, as they are core broken by the Dragonair. At least I would assume so. So now we are going to see them go for a move. I'm going to shield up. Normally, I would expect them to throw X-Scissor. X-Scissor is neutral. Discharge is resisted. But because they threw the discharge, it's going to be 3 more Volt Switches to their next charge move. So knowing that, I'm going to go for the Body Slam here, win CMP. And if the opponent wants to go for an X-Scissor at this point or a discharge, then so be it. I'm going to shield this up because I see that there is value in my Dragonair. So I shield up the second move in case it is the X-Scissor, but it's another discharge. And then the opponent swaps into Jellicent, and I'm going to do something silly. Right on 5, we swap in and we catch the charge move, and if this is the Shadow Ball, then this is looking really good. It's the Shadow Ball. Vigoroth takes no damage, and the opponent immediately decides to concede. They're probably frustrated, and I'm sorry that I had to do it to them, but I know my move counts, and I'm going to take it. So that, I do believe, was a 7-3 run with that team. Again, very strong team. You can definitely sub the Dragonair for either like Talonflame or Skarmory if you want. Vigoroth, again, like just like the other team from the other day, could have been, you know, Sableye, just something safe. I just wanted to try out the Vigoroth because it's a new buffed mon, and I just wanted to try and get that out there so you guys could get more exposure than you have already, because I'm sure there's at least 15 other content creators who've covered all the things that are going to be coming out this week. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me and watching the video. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.